Okay, so welcome audience. As we mentioned in our first video, we're going to be making some single player videos. Jack and I. He's already made some Final Fantasy videos, so today I'm going to show you a little bit of Don't Starve, and it's going to be a couple episodes too, and hopefully all in the same world if we don't die tragically. But let's create a new world, and let's start trying to survive. Now, I've only got him, so we'll play as him. Alright, so it's done loading, done generating, and we are ready to survive. Okay, so here's Maxwell, I suppose. Looks kind of like the devil, but yeah, talks as if he is too. But looks like we're in actually a pretty good setup. There's lots of flint all over the place. This will be really good for making tools, which in pretty much any survival game is really at the heart of it. Because with tools, we'll then be able to make an axe, and with an axe, we can cut down trees. And once we have logs, we can make a decent source of fire. And one of the second biggest things in the game is actually keeping up a good fire, because you need light during the night, or else bad things happen. And can't actually be more specific than that. It's just bad things happen. But let's build an axe. Okay, and now the axe is equipped. Let's start chopping down some trees. And once we get a fire going, and we get a little bit of food, which I already have a little bit of, then we should be able to last the night. And that's really the goal here, is just to survive as long as you can, and don't starve to death. Although, actually, you need quite a bit of food in order to not starve, because you get pretty hungry, and food doesn't actually do that much individually. But you can also cook it using the fire, so you need a fire for almost everything you do in the game. And for that, we're still chopping down trees. We also might need some stone, I believe, in order to make the fire, so we'll build a pickaxe, and then go try to find some boulders, so that we can get a little bit of stone. Now, if we can find enough stone, then we can make a fire pit, which is significantly better than just a campfire in a lot of ways. So that's the goal that we should strive to, is make a fire pit the first night. A lot of people don't manage to get that done, and they end up wasting a lot of resources. But I've already played this a bit, so we're going to do this the better way, and we're going to survive much longer. Or not. May not actually be good at this. Haven't played very much. Huh. Well, we'll attack this one. Yep, made the right guess. That was the one whose hole it was. Yep, and there's a spider's nest. I'm not going to risk an encounter with them just now. There's another one. Let's keep note of where they are, though, because they will be useful in the future if we want to get anything like string. Because, you know, spiders produce the string. So, what else? We need that, and really we're just looking for boulders right now. That's all we need right now. And we're actually going to need a lot of them, because you need about 12 stones. So we may not end up getting the fire pit today. And I may not split this up by days either. There's a lot of different ways I could take this. But it's going to be in multiple parts, that's for sure. And, nope. It does not want to die today. Okay, rabbit. There we go. Getting plenty of food. Don't want to run out. It's the worst thing that can happen to you. And more flint. There's certainly not going to be a problem with flint here. Only just a problem with boulders. Apparently. And more berries, more carrots. Now, you also notice the inventory is actually kind of small here. There's not much space for items, so eventually we might also have to build a backpack. And then later on a chest. The problem is you can't put a backpack in a chest, so the backpack has to just sit there like a chest. But it's like a mobile chest. So it's actually almost as useful. Okay, let's see. Is there a rabbit nearby? Nope. Must already be in its hole or dead. And, okay, here's a path. Let's follow that, see what it leads to. And it leads to this darker terrain. I think there might be more boulders over here. And we can check our map. Yeah, we're exploring new territory now. And another rabbit. You see, if you end up so that you're on the same side of the hole as it, then you're always going to kill it, because you'll always be able to get to it faster than it can get to the hole, since, you know, you're closer than it is to the hole. So that's pretty much the only surefire way to actually get a rabbit. Now, if it's a lot closer to its hole, you're probably not going to get it, because you won't be able to get closer to it than it is to its hole. So you might just have to set a trap or give up on the hole for now. Alright, so we got some rocks, we got some flint. Now we need to find another boulder, a couple other boulders, about 3 if they all drop the same amount. And then we'll be able to make a fire pit. Okay, we might be able to do this. Nope. This one we'll definitely be able to do, but feeling a little insane, so we'll use an axe. Okay. This is some very strange landscape over here. A little wary. This is rather frightening over here. Oh, I do not want to make a fire over in this area. Oh, I definitely do not want to make a fire over in this area. Okay, stay out of there. That area is bad. Let's make a campfire quickly. So let's build the fire. There we go. It's getting a bit low. We'll just add a little fuel. Okay, there we go. Now we should be able to cook our food on the fire. So that'll give us more hunger back when we eat it. And let's see, cook seeds too. Cook some berries. Actually got a lot to choose from here to eat. I think we'll save the morsels for last because they're the best. They're the best. They fill up the most hunger. And some cooked carrots too. Don't know how they got chopped just by cooking them. And we're getting into real night now. Add a little more fuel. Actually, not going to waste the logs. Just waste some pine cones. Don't really need them right now anyways. They're not hard to find either. And so now we just kind of sit and wait. Let's eat some of our food. And just wait out the night. It takes a little while. There's not much to do at night. You could grab a torch and go explore, but it's a little unreliable. The torches run out pretty fast, and you don't want to get caught out there without one. So it's not the safest of options, and I want to stay within the light, because going out there, it's just not a good option. There's just not anything friendly out there. Alright, the fire's doing good. The grass is a little too close to the edge. If the fire shrinks, then I'll die. Or at least come close to it. So, yeah, the night is more than half over now. Night goes really quick compared to day, especially. And not much to do during night. But during the day, we're going to just leave this campfire. It'll just go away on its own. And then we'll go hunt for some more boulders. Make ourselves a fire pit and a science machine. And from there, we can start really getting into the cool stuff. And so, day is almost here. Really close. Looks like it's just about less than a minute away from turning over to day. And there's no transition between night and day, only between day and night. And I believe it saves right as you tick over to day 2. Alright. Looks like we're about to survive our first night. And there we go. We did it. We survived our first night. So, now we have to go back out, and we're going to go find a boulder. And here it is. Now, let's mine this. Start work on a fire pit. Now, we might want to build a science machine first, because the science machine shows up on your minimap here, but the fire pit will not. So, oh, looks like there's a boulder back there. So we might be able to go get some more rocks here, and I think we need about 12. So yep, there's one. And wherever we explore, keeps track of what's there. So important objects like boulders and our science machine will be labeled on the map. And a little bit of flint too. Not a bad thing to have too much of that. And it looks like we need, just one rock. Just one rock. So are there any other boulders we've seen? No. So we're going to have to go and boldly explore. Grab my axe for safety. I don't really need the flint, so we gotta work quickly, find a boulder in time. So I'm just going to hurry along here. And it doesn't look like we're coming across any boulders. Spider's nest, still a little worrying. If I were at full health, I might try to attack that. Okay, just eating a little bit. We'll also need to hunt for a little bit of food once we find the materials for the fire pit, because you can't live off fire. You gotta eat something. And the whole game is about not starving, because that's actually one of the biggest threats to your life in this game. It's the hardest thing to avoid, and it'll kill you. There's no way to avoid it. You can't put on armor and not starve. And birds are almost impossible to catch. You pretty much need to use traps. You can't chase after them, they always see you. But they do occasionally drop seeds whenever they fly away, so they're at least useful for something. Okay, so how are trees growing on paving stones? Okay, so we're going down this path. And there's not much here, but makes you wonder what paved this. Like, what was going on here? It's a strange place. A very strange place. And we're still going. There's a little bit more food. And the day is about half over. This rabbit might be able to get it. Yep, we got it. Oh, but the sapling's in the way. Oh, there's nowhere to put it. So, looks like we'll have to drop something. I'd say we should drop that pine cone. Actually, we'll plant it. Nope, we'll drop it. Hit the wrong button. Oh, bees. I should keep my distance here. And it looks like it might be time to make a backpack pretty soon, if we can't get a chest up and running sooner. So, looks like we might just be foraging for more food here. Looks like we may not be able to get... Oh, okay. Looks like we may not be able to get enough stones for the fire pit today either. Because the day's starting to run low and we do need to hunt for some food before we go and try to survive another night. But if we come upon a boulder on the way, then we might just be able to make that fire pit. Right now it's our biggest goal. And let's see. Most of the game is spent pretty much foraging. You can't live off of one source really, because there's not enough of anything to survive. But there's enough of everything altogether. Yeah, that rabbit, we're never going to catch it. But if we wanted, we could craft a trap and put it over its hole. And then eventually when it came out, we could check the trap and find, a bunny in it. And I believe that if you leave the rabbit holes instead of digging them up, then there is also a chance that they'll respawn again, and you'll get even more rabbits that you can then catch and kill. So if you have a trap system set up so that you can farm the rabbits, and you just leave the holes with the traps, then you can have an almost infinite supply. But you can't plan where the rabbit holes go, so it'll have to be wherever there are rabbit holes. And let's see. There are no... This doesn't look like there's any boulders here. But we've explored almost the whole island now, which is good. And there's a little bit of flint. I've definitely got enough of that. And I just need one more rock. So, the day is ticking down. We're gonna have to settle down for night soon, which means making another fire. Wasting more resources. I don't like it. Oh, here's that weird spider place again. I think we found a boulder here earlier, but this is very annoying. I remember having worlds where I would just find dozens of them, and this I have to scour and search, and there's still none. Okay, so... Yep, let's build a little campfire here. And let's settle down for night. Let's add a little fuel. Let's start cooking our food. Some carrots. Some berries too. We've got plenty of food to survive. Yeah, a lot of people have trouble with food. It's not actually a problem. There's a lot of it around if you know what to look for. And, they keep adding more in all the updates. It gets easier and easier to survive with each update. Okay, let's just top off our hunger, see if it gets us any benefits. Yeah, there we go. Full health. Full health. Okay, this is a great place to stop, folks. So, we're getting into day 2, the night of the second day. We survived our first day. We're almost through our second day. We're doing pretty well. We got plenty of supplies. and we are probably not going to die anytime soon. Alright, signing off. Goodbye.